This winter, the UK has seen the wettest weather on record for more than a century. Tens of thousands of homes were flooded in the severe storms in Northern Ireland, Wales, the north of England, and right up to Aberdeenshire in Scotland. On today's Songs of Praise, I'm in Kendal, one of the first communities to suffer from this extreme weather, to discover how the long road to recovery is being eased by community spirit and acts of kindness. We'll be meeting individuals who were caught up in the rising waters.
Just absolutely mental. I'm absolutely shattered.
And we'll see how churches have been a focal point as different parts of the community rallied together, forming lasting bonds.
As a result of all this now, I've made more friends in the last 4 or 5 weeks than I have in the last 20 years.
And David Grant is in Twickenham to find out why one young man chose to sing the much-loved worship song 10,000 Reasons whilst undergoing brain surgery. And of course, we've also got a selection of inspiring music from across the country, starting right here in Cumbria. From the Keswick Convention in the majestic North Lakes, here's one of my favourite hymns, led by the ever-popular Stuart Townend and band. The storms that wreaked havoc in December and into January devastated large parts of Britain. Schools were closed, hospital services cancelled, and many counties declared major incidents.
You know, all our hearts go out to them. To be flooded is a terrible experience anyway, and it's even more terrible when it happens at Christmas or New Year.
It's just horrific. At this time of year especially.
Can you just make sure it's unlocked and we'll come in and we'll have a chat?
The army and other services were called to the rescue as thousands were evacuated from their homes, and flood warnings remain even today. Cumbria was one of the first counties to be affected. Storm Desmond broke all previous UK records last month when Here in Cumbria, no less than 330 millilitres of rain, that's more than a foot of it, fell in just one 24-hour period. It completely ruined Christmas for thousands of people, and it's going to take communities many months to rebuild themselves.
30 to 40 houses that are being flooded at least. So you can see where the level of the water is reached on this house.
The Sandylands estate here in Kendal is an area not used to flooding. Storm Desmond took the 3,000 residents completely by surprise.
Just absolutely mental. I'm absolutely shattered. But we've got the community coming together, and that's brilliant.
Community worker the Reverend Johnny Gios filmed events on his mobile as they unfolded and helped a grandmother and 2 young children escape from their home.
Hold on to Chris.
Sandylands Methodist Church, where Johnny works, became an emergency relief centre, working together with other local churches.
That is for those people who really desperately need to get assistance immediately.
Their church was flooded, but its members opened the doors anyway today, their mission to help the parts of Kendal in most desperate need. They went onto the streets of the Sandylands estate and into houses which lie devastated. This is not a wealthy community.
Calling on people who in government, local government, to come down here and to actually see Sandylands itself and the state that's what's happened around here, and the people who are vulnerable, people who are destitute and really lost everything and got no insurance, to come down and help them and see what they can do.
The church itself didn't escape the rising floodwaters, and today it's operating from what they call the encouragement cabin. Now a building site, everything here has been contaminated by floodwater and sewage and is heading for the skip. But the priority for Johnny and the team is supporting the community. And how are you able to help people? Is there any help available?
Well, that's what at the moment we're looking at, is trying to get those people who have offered their services for plastering, for building work, to actually come up from various areas of the UK to help and assist with that work, and that's going to take a bit of coordination.
And how significant do you think it was for the community that all this happened shortly before Christmas, and Christmas was not the same as it should have been for anybody?
No, I mean, it wasn't. A lot of people lost Christmas presents, and various things were supposed to be on here at the church in terms of Christingle services, carol services. They didn't happen. I've really kind of struggled with this over this Christmas, but remembering the Christmas message that God sent his son Jesus into the mess and muck 2,000 years ago, and then we're deployed as his ambassadors, his people, to go into the mess and muck to help people and to be shining lights for him.
Repair work after the floods is underway across Britain, including the Sandylands estate here in Cumbria. It'll be many months before newlyweds Sarah and Dave Benjamin can move back into their new home after it was flooded by 3 feet of water. Wow, awful lot still to do here.
Incredible. It's bringing all the memories back to me. What can I say? It's just horrible.
You can see how high the water was, and we was actually...
This is a sort of tide mark here, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So up to your waist?
Yeah, up to a waist.
Did you wade in?
We did, yeah, in contaminated water. It was cold, it was dark. It was quite scary, really, yeah.
The fridge freezer was at the bottom and that was floating around banging into things. So I was just picking up some of the sentimental things quickly and getting them upstairs as best and as fast as I could. But my memories of one thing in particular, the Christmas tree floating around, really? Yeah, with the lights on still, in all the darkness, it was incredible to see.
And the irony is that you've been good Samaritans, haven't you?
We went to help at the church. We were waist high in water then because it flooded down near our local church first. I went and got a lady out of her property. She was too scared to leave, but I managed to persuade her and get her to safety. And when we came back, our property was probably one of the worst affected. Yes. And I felt even more violated when all our personal possessions were put out on the front for the local council to come and fetch. I've had to start again from scratch. It's been, but we're here, we've got our faith and we're pulling together, and I know that, you know, God's here and he's watching over us and we're going to be all right, and the town's going to rebuild from this stronger, bigger and better.
And what about Christmas itself? What was that like?
Christmas this year was about being together. It wasn't about lavish gifts. It was just about spending time together with loved ones and people who we've met along the way. And that's what we've done. And we've had a better Christmas by not spending loads of money and lavishing people, just being together, going to church, carols singing. It's been fantastic.
As a result of all this now, people have come together as one, and I've made more friends in the last 4 or 5 weeks than I have in the last 20 years. Yeah.
So flooding has provided a common bond?
Absolutely. So much so that when I see these people now, they give you big hugs, yeah, and the warmth and the strength, yeah, that helps you carry on to get through this is just remarkable.